Hey y'all, Rhonda here. It's a beautiful snowy morning in the Ozarks. School's canceled and it is beautiful outside. I posted some pictures on my Instagram page if you want to see, but it is beautiful. And everybody's home today, so that's nice. Anyway, I am involved in a swap. It's for a journal page, botanical theme. So I gathered up some things here. And I thought while I build it, you guys could come along. I was going to make it has to have so many pockets and flips and flops and tags. Oh, I'm upside down here. And so anyway, I grabbed these pages, and I believe these are from Victoria Designs, if I'm not mistaken. So I thought I'd make a couple. Anyway, like I said, I just grabbed a few sheets and then some envelopes and some ephemera and different things. So anyway, let's make these journal pages. Okay, what I thought I would do is we're going to have our main page, which is probably this one, and just plain on the inside. And of course it'll be folded. And what I wanted to do is make these pockets for the inside. And I thought I was going to have two swaps, but I ended up just having one. So that's why I have two here. But I think I like this one the best because we're going to need both sides. Let me get this out of the way. Excuse me. So what we're going to do is, when you make this, and I can't take credit for it, I saw it on YouTube and I can't remember where, but it was a lady, very nice, very creative, and like I said, I just kind of saw it in passing and remembered it the best I could. So what we're going to do is, this is our main page, and then with this one, it's going to be folded in half, almost like another page. And we're actually going to cut part of this off, make that into pockets. And so in a sense, it's maybe 2 pages. I don't know. But you need a double-sided paper for sure. And I've cut it down to size. So you can have this side in the middle. And this side where your pockets will be. And then this will be your pockets. Or you could do it vice versa. This, and then your pockets be that. So I don't know, that in the middle. I think let's do it this way because I like these colors together. All right, I have to get my act together. I keep looking outside because I have a beautiful view and all this gorgeous snow, just a winter wonderland. It's beautiful. Okay, gotta rein it in. So what we're gonna do is take this paper, like I said, it's cut down to size, the same size as these pages. So let's fold this in half. Usually I butt this up against something. And let me grab a bone folder here and give that a nice crease. Alright, so we need to measure how far up you want your pocket. Okay, because we're actually going to cut from here to here. So on the inside we will have a pocket across, and then the parts that we cut off we're going to flip and cut and make pockets over here on this side. So measure up about how far you want it. Let's see, let me grab a ruler here. Oop, making all kinds of noise. All right, what do you say, maybe I don't know, 2 inches, 2.5 inches. Let's do, that'll be a big pocket. Okay, let's do 2.5. Make a decision, just stick with it. All right, let me grab a pencil here and we will make, what did I say, 2.5? Alright, let's make a little mark here. We can erase it. And you can cut, oh, that's going to be hard to see. Remember, it's right there. Alright. So you can cut it at the same time, or you can cut these individually. I think I'm going to cut mine at the same time. So let me grab something sharp to cut with. Let's use this little device. This is a Scotch brand box blade, I guess you call it. Alright, where's my mark? Okay, my mark is right there. And you don't want to go all the way to the point. I guess I think that would make it a little more flimsy and may rip. So what we're going to do is go over just a little bit. So we'll go over just a hair and line it up with your line here. Make sure we're all flat. And like I said, this isn't exact, so you know, if you're a little more this way and a little less this way, it doesn't matter. All right, just go with the flow. It's just paper. All right, and when you cut, just go easy, medium pressure. Don't try to cut everything at one time. I may need to switch blades, but because you'll get off and get frustrated. So do it in several passes. Like that. This is what we have, and it opens up like this. So we'll get some vellum or another piece of cardstock or something and put across here, which will be our pocket. Okay, so I have a pocket all the way across. So that's what we look like. And we're actually going to take these and, let me see, do I have to trim these down? I don't remember now. Oh, yeah. Okay. So these are going to be outside pockets. So we're going to trim this, but what we're going to do first is they need to be attached to something else. Just go along here with me. Just smile and nod. So I have this paper. I think it matches pretty well. Like I said, I'm trying to remember this because I don't remember where I saw it. But we need to draw a this should be a square or something like it. Like this. So you can do them separately or together, or but what we're going to do is trace this. Ta-da! And we'll cut this out and then go down the middle. So this will be our backing for the pockets. I know, just go with me. Just smile and nod for now. All right, I'm going to cut this out and I'll be right back. Okay, so I trimmed it out, cut it down the middle from corner to corner, and that's kind of cool, isn't it? Whoa, magic. All right. So let's figure out which one goes where, because we want that side. And I match that side. Can this go? Nope. Okay, note to self. Don't do as I do, do as I say. So we needed to line them up like this, so that side will match. But it doesn't. See? No magic there. Alright. So this side matches. Yay! Alright. I'm going to cut a piece out that'll match this. So don't cut it out the bottom part like this and trace it. You want both of the colored sides that you're going to use for your pockets like this. Okay? I know, we're all confused. All right, just go with me. Let me cut a piece out for this and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. The magic has happened. All right, recap real quick. Full sheet paper here. Decide how deep you want a pocket for the inside. Measure up. And then you don't want to cut all the way to the corner. You want to cut over just a little bit. Okay. Have your straight edge cut like so, or you can use your guillotine or whatever cutter you have, just as long as it's straight. Okay, so the pieces that came off here, this right here, okay, and the other side. What we're going to do is, because we want this side to show on our pockets, so we put these two together, draw them out on a colored piece of paper or whatever kind of paper you want to use. Trace them out, cut them, and this is what we have. Just make sure you keep these together and these together. Okay. Now on this one, we're going to decide how deep we want our pocket, because we're going to have a pocket here, and then we're going to have a pocket on the inside. That's what this yellow is for. So do you want a deep pocket here in the corner? Do you want a shallow pocket? Anyway, it's just up to you. All right, so let's decide. All right, after much deliberation, me talking to me, good company, huh? I think I'm going to go in about 2 1/4 inches. So we're going to measure here from the corner and go in. Let's take our little writing utensil and make a mark, because that's where we're going to cut it. And let's grab the other side and do the same thing. About 2 1/4 inches. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, this is confusing. 2 1/4 inches and make a mark, because that's where we're going to cut across and cut across. Now we're just going to cut on these, just your colored paper, not these, because this is our base. All right, put those over to the side, and let me cut these across to make our pockets, and I'll be right back. All right, magic again. So we have our pattern paper, and we decided how far we wanted to go in. This case, I think it was 2 1/4 inches. And we drew a little line and then just cut straight across. Ta-da! So this is what we have. Same thing here. Wait for it. Ta-da! All right. This is going to end up being a pocket. This is just pretty. Show some accent color there. And then this is going to be a pocket underneath. So what's going to happen is we want this to show a little bit like that. Line that up. So we're going to end up making this a blunt edge. Okay, so it won't be so sharp because it's going to hang over anyway. And then we're going to trim this top part off. Okay, because it's going to be hanging over. So we want to trim that off even. So again, this is going to be a pocket, and then this is going to be a pocket. All right. So when we glue this down, this corner down, we're just going to do this side and this side. Glue it down on the corner, okay, for the tuck spot. And if you want to ink it, ink everything up now. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ink it up and glue this down, and I'll be right back. Okay, I did one, and I thought we would do the other one together. So again, here we have a pocket, and here we have a pocket. All right. So on this side, I went ahead and inked up my edges. So So this is going to be our pocket on this side. You can use score tape, glue, just do a thin bead. There I am wobbling everywhere. On these two sides. And then she's going to get tucked in the corner and lined up and pressed down. Okay, so there's your pocket for the other side. And this one, and you can decide how much, you know, you want to show here. I was just seeing something. All right, so if you want a little bit to show or a whole lot to show, it's up to you. I'm just doing a little bit. So we're going to glue this one down. Remember, we have a little bit to cut off at the top, so I'm not going all the way up. Lots of good glue here. With this art glitter glue, you don't have much room for error, because once it's down, I mean, it dries fast. So we'll try to match it up a little bit with the other one. Scoot you over just a little bit. Okay. Remember, it's just paper, just paper. Okay. I'm shaking you. All right. So see how we have this little notch here? That's not very becoming. So what we need to do is just trim this off, that little part right there. Just trim that off, and then ink the edge. All right, so I trimmed it down. We have that raw edge. We're just going to ink it up, or not. Some people don't like that. Oh, there's just a little smidge more there that I missed. And we'll take that off. There we go. Okay, so here's a pocket and then here's a pocket. So when we put it together, this is what we're going to have. And then we're going to trim this off right here so you'll have a little bit of a blunt edge instead of this pointy look. So I'm liking that. And then this one will go over here. And again, we're just going to glue down this side and this side because this whole thing's going to be a pocket. And this is a pocket. Same thing here, pocket, pocket. So let me glue these down and then trim this off and I shall return. Okie dokie. So I glued those corners on the outside. Remember, we have this sticking out part. That's kind of funny. It looks like a face, doesn't it? Oh well. So what we're going to do is just chop that off just even with this. Okay. Because you don't want little pointy things sticking out there. And then we're going to get a piece of vellum, or you could use tracing paper, or let's see, do I have something here? Or I can cut this down. That might be kind of pretty. I mean, it's botanical, it's junk, which I don't think it's really a junk journal. It's really cool stuff. But just cut this down to be even here, and that could be my pocket. And it's, listen. Don't you just love that sound? There's actually a study, or there's a name for that. I'll look it up and tell you next time, but there's actually a thing for people that like that sound. It's in the medical dictionary. Oh well. All right, so let's trim these off. And let's see if I've got a steady hand. Oh, ta-da! I'm doing a lot of da-das today, aren't I? All right, let's get rid of those and see what we have. So again, here is a page of our journal. We'll fold this in half. Okay, so like I said, this is for a swap. So when she makes a junk journal, a JJ, a junk journal, she'll have a page already done. So this would be the outside of the page, and then on the inside, we will attach this. Looky there, and it just fits. Okay, so then we have our pockets, so we can put goodies in there, tags or whatever. And then when we get our vellum or this little piece I said something about using, you know, that goes across, then you can put stuff in there. And then here's two pockets, one here and one here. So on this, you could sew it, you can staple it, you can glue it, whatever you want to do. I think, what am I going to do on mine? I don't know. Let me decide. Okay, after much deliberation, again, I am laying here on my desk. I had this piece of tracing paper. Again, that sound, we love it. And so I measured it up to my, you know, line where we decided the 2.5 inches. And I thought that's going to be a pretty thick pocket. And this really needs to be doubled because it is kind of thin, and if you put things in there in and out, I don't think it would last very long. I mean, you could, and then put a piece of washi tape across the top, which I still may do, I don't know. But I think this is going to be the pocket here. And like I said, you can still see through it, so when you put, you know, tags or whatever you're going to put in here, you can still see them. I mean, it just, you know, or you can decorate this. But I think this is what I'm going to do. You can make your pocket, you know, all the way up here, you know, this deep if you wanted to. Like I said, there's, you know, it's paper. There's no rules. The rules are there's no rules. I really did like this, which this is just a napkin decoupaged on tracing paper. And I liked this, but I was thinking, I don't know, when you turn it over, which I think would be fine, I think I want to use this for something else. Maybe a belly band or pockets, graduating pockets or something. I'm going to use this for something else. And I like this because it's kind of plain, you know, and then when you take something bright and put in there, it really shows it off. And like I have, I'll make some tags, but here's some, oh, here's a little tag. It needs to be backed. It's kind of flimsy, but you know, it really shows that off. You know, you could ink this up your pocket, and then, you know, think positive. You could cut out some butterflies, turn these into a tag, 2 different tags, so that really pops. It really shows that off. So that's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. And I decided to just staple it. And then that way, when she gets it, and if she sews her journals together, or whatever she's going to do, she can remove those staples just really easy. So I'll just put two small staples here and here. All right, so I'm going to get this finished. And this would also be good if you were sending something to someone, and you wanted to send them a lot of ephemera, but you wanted it to look nice. So then you could fill these pockets up with all kinds of stuff. Like I said, that would be cut down. And then a pocket here. And then on the other side. So you have, you know, 4, 5, 6 pockets in this one little page. And then you can, you know, decorate these up with whatever. So here's, we'll do this in another video, but this is a folded up dictionary page, and you could put that in there. And so here's, let me show you. Here's a little pocket. Here's a pocket. There's a pocket. And there's a pocket. And the whole thing could be a pocket. So I think that's pretty cool. Very easy to do too, but we'll do that next time. I've got a journal that we're going to start working on, and I'll bring some of those neat little ideas out. But yeah, I think she'll like this. Like I said, I'll ink all this up. May do some embellishing here. We'll finish this and make some more tags and put in there and get it stapled and off to the mailbox. It will go. Alright guys, if you have any questions, put them below. Comments, keep them nice. Keep them nice. We got to have nice stuff. Nothing negative. No, no, no. Yeah, so I had fun with you guys making this. I had fun looking out the window at the beautiful snow. Yeah, and I think I'm going to go fix lunch now. So you guys have a great day, and I will see you soon. Okay, I just finished this Botanical Journal page, and I wanted to share it with you before I mailed it off. So here we have an altar paper clip to hold it all together, and we have a belly band and just a piece of tea-dyed paper with some stenciling, and then the pockets here, and the pocket here, and this is a little envelope that I made, and a little tag on the other side, more tags, and then this little collage of envelopes that I made and inserted some little ephemera that she can use. So this is it. So this is going to be packed up and ready to mail out today. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time.